What's happening, bitches? Geek Cypher episode 316. Austin on that bitch ass. How y'all doing? It's Merc with a mouth on this side, Jaws D right upon the bottom. We are back for another week of Geektastic News. How y'all doing?
I love how when Brian comes on, he's like, we can't swear for the first 5 minutes because, like, you know, there's
broadcasting
censors and all that stuff. And then the weeks that we have Skinny as intro captain. What's up, bitches?
Bitch is a female dog, and they didn't want that to be a swear word. They wanted to put that in no dictionary. So
technically
tweet,
the word
bitches.
fuck is there too, no?
What?
Technically the word fuck is in the dictionary too, though.
I don't even know why they put that in there, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to,
They put that as a favor for every kid who wanted to know what fuck meant.
What does it mean? For like it's some kind of church thing. At least that's in here in Quebec. I don't know what the English terms means. Like, there's no reason to fornicate. No.
I think there's something else.
Something against the king.
Oh wow, whatever.
That's what it is. The word "fuck" was, if I'm not oh man, now I'm.
You know, whenever they mention something against the king and old rules like that, it means it's about someone that doesn't look like this guy. And you know how much I care about that?
I want to see this.
Like, can you see how small that amount is? Yeah. Wendell, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I had to rush home.
Yeah.
I was in the office today, so I had to crap. Can't stick around.
Yeah, I hear you got some issues with some Macs and some walls and stuff. I saw that. Don't worry, I'm trying to work on that.
Oh, that's maybe. I don't know. It might be that I put something else in the in that ticket. I was like, might be that. It might be we need a new version of that stupid thing. But I don't know.
See, just one of those maybe or might not just put it in my jurisdiction. So. Yeah. That's right, people. We're talking about real life things. Me and Wendell kind of work for the same place, so yeah, we're out here.
You know, it's a work hazard. I bet you guys haven't done, or at least maybe you haven't done it in a long time. Maybe getting stuck in a fucking elevator the first thing in the morning.
Oh my god,
elevator first thing in the morning. People, no, I don't deal with that.
So that be my morning.
Oh.
I go to work
for like 11.
straight up, right? I'm trying to be like, you know. I'm going on vacation soon. Like, I'm going to be like good cadet Dave. I'm going to go in a little early, make sure I'm tying up things because tomorrow's going to be crazy and blah, blah, blah before I leave. Get in, set my stuff up. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go downstairs, get a coffee, come back, whatever. And I'm on the 6th floor. I go in the elevator. Life is normal. The second the doors close and there's
Armageddon.
A bit of... Yeah, basically. And there's a moment of like, I feel like a jiggle. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I feel a drop. Yeah. I'm telling you this, it could have fallen several feet. It could have fallen a foot. It could have fallen this much. That feeling was my heart going straight into my mouth.
Yep.
Type moment. And I'm there, I'm like, what the fuck? And then everything's flickering. Things are shaking. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Stopped. Okay, lights normal, no buttons are working, and since it's dead silence, the only thing I hear is like twink, twink, twink. So like, you know that Insta music when in every action movie ever, there's like the rope that the steel wire that's slowly coming apart, and you're hearing those like. That is what I'm hearing. Like whether or not that was actually happening, or like you know, like it could have been tension. It could have been a mouse having its time of life. I'm gonna fuck with this human, like you know. But I'm having like this is how it's going down. This in a fucking elevator 2 days before my vacation. This is how I'm going out. Straight up.
Oh my god.
And then the worst part is, well, not worst part, but like I'm obviously now I realize I apparently am a bit claustrophobic, or at least in this specific scenario I am.
You only realize now.
You know?
Amazing.
Well, I mean, like how often are you like in a closet like space, just like by yourself?
How often are you in a small space that you actually have fear that you're never getting out of?
I got locked in a locker in grade 9. I found out quite quick.
But with that being, first of all, sorry for that. That sounds like a horrible experience.
People it takes, it's okay.
So, but basically, I eventually, like, you know, press the buzzer, to call someone because the thing's there. Like, because at this point I'm in a very anxious phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the person answers. They're in French.
Wait,
I'm not even hearing this person talk. I'm like, dude, like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I need to get the hell out of here. Like, what the fuck? They just keep talking to me in French. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm bilingual, but when you're in that heightened moment,
when you're about to die,
I do not give a crap about like the language laws. Bill 96 go fuck itself. Like, I'm there, I'm like, dude, like, and she's talking to me, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, you better start speaking to me in English. And like, she asked like 2 questions, and I was like, okay. And then she said, okay, good. And then she hangs up the phone. She just hangs up
Are
the
you
phone,
on
guys.
fire?
So like,
No?
I'm tilted, right? Because it feels like her talking to French felt like an eternity. You talking to me in English felt like uselessness. And this kid, bye. And I'm there, I'm like freaking out. So I call again, and then I get another person who's a very nice sounding lady who's speaking to me in English. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm really sorry. I didn't say that because I was supposed to say I'm really sorry because I'm about to freak out on you. It's because I'm freaking out. I said that up here, but I went full like, what the fuck is going on? Get me the fuck out of here.
Shit.
Like, you know, and eventually, this is the best part. Eventually, you know, they come and get me. I'm in this thing for like 10, 15 minutes, worst 10, 15 minutes of life.
Jeez.
And when they get me out, right? This is the procedure. I could hear like the above doors open to like where I entered the elevator, right? And I could hear the guy talking, and I don't know what he did. But I swear to God, like whether it's like he pressed the button to make sure something was broken or not, or this guy was the Hulk and literally felt like he grabbed the cable and was just like shaking the cart. Like I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you better stop whatever that is because it does not feel good. I get out on the next floor, and as I get out, another person is walking down the hallway. They see me go to the closest wall, lay against the wall, and like slowly sit down in a sitting position. They ignore me, and they're going into the elevator, and I have to be in a like I'm like, can you not go? Like, and I'm pleading with this person to not go in there because they're gonna get stuck in the elevator. It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
And then an hour later, I went to a seminar about how Bill 96 is going to affect my job.
Wait, what?
I shit you not. I shit you not.
Get fucked. Ugh.
And I was there. I'm like, I hate today. I love my job where I work is a very, very fair place. But in this specific moment, in this specific time, with these specific series of events, I hated life.
Oh, man.
I hated life.
Damn. I'm glad
That is crazy.
Like that. That's crazy. I kind of got lost in my office, but like that's because I'm never there like that.
It's a big square.
That's what I realized afterwards. I'm like,
everyone's like, it's such a maze. I'm like,
if I just go around, I'm just gonna end up back around. So
yeah,
let's just
it's a big square. It's not really. It's not that deep. There's glass walls all around the office, so you can figure out where you're looking.
I was like, quick. I don't want to end up in some sector that I'm not. Whatever.
No, it's just a big square. Don't worry about it.
Jeez, that's nuts. Locked in an elevator.
Are you okay now, though? You okay?
Yeah. I won't lie. Like, my boss talked to me about it, and she's like, she's like, she was laughing the whole time. She's like, I don't know if I'm not trying to be rude, but like, do you realize how much you're joking about your experience? I'm like, oh yeah, that's like my fight or flight mechanism.
Your coping mechanism.
Yeah, like I'm just, you know,
I was going to die today.
You know, like the version of like when I told her this, so I was like pleading with her, like, don't go in the death box, like, you know, it's a trap. But no, like it was weird. It's cool. I did not go in that elevator all day. It sucked going in the elevator. The few times I had to today was not pleasant, but whatever.
I mean, that is really bad, but at least you weren't in an elevator where all of a sudden a floor started flooding.
Yeah, and I would have been like, I
went into the office once and I passed by. I was like, oh, how come there's a big thing in front? And I was like, there's a lot of water. And I look up and there's just, and I'm like, no, some pipe burst.
You know what's funny though? I had moments, you know, when you're in sometimes a situation and like in like 10 seconds you've thought like 30 minutes of information type thing or whatever, like you've done a lot in your brain. At one point in time I went to try and open the doors to see if I could pry them open.
Oh god, don't do it.
And then I went back and I leaned back and like, even if I would have done that, am I gonna like try and like, I'm not gonna risk Resident Evil 1 opener death. Like what, like I'm not doing this. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Who do I think
you
I am?
know what's in that darkness between floors. I'm not trying to open that door.
Like,
Forget
you know?
that. Nope.
You're gonna do climb to the next one,
Right?
crawl
Well,
down
that's
to
it.
the next one.
Like, needless to say, it was like, it wasn't a pleasant experience, but like, you know, it's once you're out of it, you're basically cool. But when you're in the moment, it's very unpleasant.
I have this theory about darkness, and if there's any place or room or gigantic area that's dark for 90% of the time, evil things dwell there.
I could see that.
Nah, it's all in your head.
No.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Like in the sense, it's like it's just you alone with your thoughts, and then you're scaring the crap out of yourself. Yeah, and you're just like, and you're like, wait a minute, this is my house.
Yeah, your house. Sure.
Let me bring.
Yeah, but see that's not 90% of the time in darkness.
Right, exactly.
Like closets don't count. Like
I'm
that's
talking about like the abandoned factory, the elevator shaft, that staircase that has a locked door that nobody goes to.
That
why
cave
you there?
that no one's ever entered.
Right. Not
but here's the black part of me. Why you there? Why you there? Why you giving the darkness a reason?
You're never there. But in a regular situation, you might just end up there. Like Dave today. Elevator shaft. He didn't know how he got there. Man's trying to open the door.
He was in an elevator that's in an elevator shaft. He wasn't in just poof elevator shaft, no elevator.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. Like you just walk around, ooh, this elevator shaft. Why am I in here? Uh-oh. Like I remember that happened to me. I was going to, was it Ile Saint-Hélène? Was it no Mont Saint-Hélène?
Yeah.
Like far. So like I'm driving in this car.
Sherbrooke?
Huh?
Towards Sherbrooke?
I guess so. Yeah. Mont Saint-Hélène or something like that.
Yeah.
So driving in this car with a friend of mine going to her place and with some friends, and then all of a sudden there's no street lights, no more, just stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird. I've taken a bus to New York. There's street lights. What the hell? Oh my god, we're in pure darkness. I'm the funny one. I'm gonna die. I'm the first one to die because I'm the funny black one. That's it. That's what's going on in this. And then the lights, and then they came back again. I was like, oh, and that was just me sitting alone in my thoughts in the dark. In a moving
I thought you were in
car.
an area that just actually didn't have streetlights.
It just stopped. It was just for a period of like maybe a minute or two. They just didn't have any, and I noticed. I was like, it's real dark.
People do that to keep their places private, aka swingers. Just keep that darkness out so certain people don't just pull up in your driveway. Boy, you know when you have a driveway and someone will just like pull in to do like a U-turn or something?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, do I hate that. So I think those people do that to kind of like discourage you and just don't have street lights so you can't see shit.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, you thought that was a driveway, it's a ditch.
That's a pothole I did not take care of. I am fighting the city right now. That's their pothole, not my pothole.
Silly city slicker thinking you can come to my rural area? I don't think so.
Here's a ditch.
Stay in the city, boy.
That's fucking funny. That's ridiculous.
Oh, man. So good. What have we got today in terms of news, folks?
It's been a quiet week.
It's been a really quiet week.
It's been pretty quiet. There's a ramp up, but it's pretty quiet in general. I
forgot Wakanda Forever is Friday.
Yeah,
I legit forgot
that's
that.
huge.
Okay.
Well, speaking of that, isn't oh no wait, was he? Yeah, he was in Wakanda.
He was.
Yeah, so I forget what character he played, but the guy who is
he played the dummy that tried to betray him. That's who
the guy.
No. He was the border. He's basically the border. He's basically the border guard. His clan is like the border guard.
Yeah, they were the rhinos.
And then he was also the husband of Okoye, who's the guard, the guard of the king, basically. Yeah. So he's like, you're gonna go after. Who is it? Are you? I forgot the line, but he's basically telling his wife like, are you gonna go against your husband? And she's like, my country first. And it's
Yeah,
like, whoop.
but he's doing the voice. He was just casted to do the voice of Spider-Punk in the new Spider-Man across the verse, right?
Yeah,
it's a family affair.
Yep.
It's freaking they. Oh wait, no wait. Who has? Is it Marvel that produces that movie? That's technically Sony that produces that movie.
That's Sony.
It's a movie, right?
Sony Animation.
Sony Animation.
Yeah, but
they
with
still,
Marvel.
But Marvel's gonna be like, listen, we're gonna decide on these voices. We don't want you out here getting like, I don't know, some Jonas brother or some shit.
Jonas brother.
Oh, does anyone think there's gonna be some Morbin time joke in there?
Probably
some offhand Morbin time
Most
joke.
likely, yes. They're probably gonna be like, you guys trying to start a franchise. Morbin time. Yeah, they might do that. They might do that. Yeah, I'm happy. Spider-Punk is cool, sure.
Yeah, but it's also sick because confirms Spider-Punk is in the film, and like the cast now is pretty deep.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a movie that has a part 1 and part 2. Remember, so
this one's gonna have a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, remember, part 1 was only supposed to come out like this year or whenever it was delayed to, and then it was going to be a part 2.
I didn't realize that Spider-Verse was going to be 2. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I do think I think that's pretty cool in the sense of I did like that in the first Marvel Spider-Man movie. A lot of the music was very much like New York 70s punk, like Ramones and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that can kind of come in again, but you get the rest of the soundtrack, like all the other songs that are there too. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I like that. What was it? Was it Homecoming? Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. And this came out, and Homecoming had all that like New York punk, and then Into the Spider-Verse had all the hip hop and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Well, I hope was it Spider-Man 2099 is still in there?
Yeah, he is. He's like one of the mainstays, I think.
Yeah. Good.
Was being played by Moon. He's voiced by Moon Knight. So
yeah,
I mean, again, family affair. These guys literally sign you to contracts that guarantee you other jobs, so you're not like typecasted and you don't get bored.
Well, I mean that's the Disney model, no?
It's the movie 360 deal.
Or is it just the old school like, hey, you signed with Paramount, now we hook you up with all the movies.
True, but now it's just like very more apparent now. Like you're not just like, hey, this guy's like a Paramount boy. It's like Oscar Isaac is just like Spider-Man cartoon Moon Knight guy. And yeah, if you want to do a serious film here, go do something on Netflix, whatever, make people cry. But if you want to, feed your kids, you know where the bread's at. That's what it is.
What was it? Michael Caine said he did Jaws 3 so that he could pay off his house.
Straight up. Don't lie. Yeah, be truthful.
How is that shark still alive? It doesn't make any sense. They blew him up in number 2. They blew him the hell up.
I'm gonna make this shit movie that's most likely gonna go straight to video, collect that $1 million, and pay for this house. Mm-hmm. And when I want to do this artistic bullshit, let me take that pay cut, and wifey won't get mad at me because she still has the house. So, see all these artistic niggas out here? See them?
Well, yeah, of course. They do it. They do it all the time. That's essentially what all movie actors do.
Yeah,
right.
It's one for one, tit for tat.
Unless you have a Dwayne Johnson who's just like paycheck. Fuck it, I don't care. He's just like whatever. Let's go.
Well, he's just like he's it's a personality. He is the Vince Vaughn of the wrestler actors.
Which means what?
Like he's basically kind of typecast to a certain degree. I find
he only got typecasted because literally all the action heroes got old at the same time.
No. But you know what it is? It's not even that he's typecasted. Is that he has a specific type of personality for each type of movie role. You know what I mean? If he is a comedy actor, he's going to be a certain way. If it's going to be an action movie, it's going to be a certain way. He doesn't really have anything beyond that, so that's where I'm going to action adventure. Yeah, different. But if between those 3 things, he's always basically the exact same person, just a little high toned down or toned up.
And I do find he tried. Like at the beginning, he was really going for that action movie thing, and then like he did stuff like Faster, Gridiron Gang. Like he kind of did this, did that, and then he was okay. I kind of have my footing now, and then he had like that kind of I'm doing this kind of same thing but up, down. Hey, we're doing a remember Rampage? Some of y'all remember Rampage. We're doing that movie. You're just like, wait, what?
How they make a movie out of Rampage? Wow.
I mean, you
right?
You can't. I mean, now would be the good time to do it because you got the Kong movies, you got the King Kong movies that came out, you got the Godzilla movies that came out. Why not Rampage? That slots in that same thing. Like they're still making those two movies in the West, and you had Godzilla versus King Kong. So why not? Like
King Kong has a
now
whole,
would be the time to do it. To be very honest,
King Kong, those movies, I don't know.
Well, not the Peter Jackson, the more recent ones that they're coming out with, the Skull Island one.
Yeah, I know the one.
The ones where they purposely there to team, like for Godzilla and him to fight and then team up.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think I've ever. I think I watched the King Kong versus Godzilla movie, but other than that, I don't think I've ever watched a King Kong movie.
Neither have I. I haven't seen even that one, but I know that they have like a whole center of the universe or center of the earth land. Well, I don't even know. Somehow you go down into the center of the earth, but then it's just like the regular earth, but it's upside down. So it's their own version of the upside down, but not calling it the upside down because you don't want to get sued. Yeah,
I mean, everyone has an upside down. That ain't nothing new.
I know, but I mean, like legit, Stranger Things went and like coined and like copyrighted the upside down. So it's like,
yeah,
here comes.
King they Kong actually copyrighted it.
Well, I mean, you don't see anyone else being like, hey, I mean, what you see in King Kong versus Godzilla is literally an upside down. They go into the center of the earth, and somehow it's inhabitable, except it's just flipped. The upside down. But they can't call it
the upside down on the board, the game board. Is that what you mean? That's all it really is.
It really is.
That's all it really is.
I love how those King Kong Godzilla movies are really just retracing the format from the 80s, but not calling it that. So, like, in this one, they fight Mechagodzilla, but they don't call it blatantly Mechagodzilla, but it's like, yeah.
So they should. I mean, Mechagodzilla's, it's just the concept is awesome. We're going to make Godzilla, but a robot.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
then Power Rangers out here like, yeah. Not Godzilla.
It's
a dragon.
It's a dragon. A dragon with no kind of wings, doesn't fly at all. But yeah, it's a dragon.
So happens to look exactly like him, but in robot form.
Happens to look exactly like Gojira.
Looks like Mechagodzilla, but green. No, different.
He has missiles in his fingers. So did
look at this shiny gold.
It's got a drill tail.
So did Godzilla. Whoops.
No. Godzilla doesn't shoot from his tail. Well, Mechagodzilla does. So it could actually be a direct rip-off of. You know what? Yeah, exactly. It's a direct rip-off of Mechagodzilla.
I mean that's what they do in Japan. They homage, or they're like, oh, let's do this other thing wholesale. Like when Harry Potter was big, they had a magic version of the Power Rangers, and then Magi Ranger, and then
I hated those. Oh man, yeah, Mystic Knights bothered me. Oh,
and
man.
then when they did when they had the Matrix, when Matrix was big, they had Time Ranger, so the cameras going all around.
Oh, you're right, man. 2000 was a Time Force, which was not my favorite season, but okay, better than Lightspeed Rescue. But anything is better than Mystic Force. Mystic Force was so trash. The costumes, capes, Dave, capes. They had wands and capes. And their helmets were all like elements and strange, and they'd be like, yeah, it was so bad.
Wasn't the red one Minotaur or something?
The red one was a phoenix. The green one was a Minotaur.
Oh, okay.
The yellow one was some sort of other bird that wasn't a phoenix that you forget what it is, but it somehow was yellow.
What was this called?
This is Power Rangers. So it was Power Rangers in early 2000s in the Disney era, where they filmed every show in New Zealand. So no matter what, it just looked like New Zealand to save money.
I think the Japanese one was Magi Ranger, if I remember right. That's what they were taking from. And it was basically like, Harry Potter's big, let's do that.
Yeah. So they had them in like a magic school, I imagine.
I would assume so, something like that. But that's where the wands come in and everything.
Yeah,
it's more magic based.
Oh, so bad. It was so bad. So bad. There you go. That's where we're at.
That's how that'd be. That's how that'd be. But talking about things that like, you know, kind of shit quality or production, we could talk about Titans for a second. So I don't know.
Why did you do that? That was so like
Deserved.
That was why? How? What?
I want to talk about Titans. Did you guys watch Titans?
What season?
Season 4 came out.
Jesus.
The first episode. So
I don't know. I don't watch that shit.
What?
I was struggling to get through season 3's madness.
All right, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna. I'm gonna spoil some shit for you for.
Of course, I'm not gonna like this. What do we got?
Okay, so, at the end of the last season, like, you know, Jason is, you know, not in the group anymore. The group goes out. They're doing their own thing. They're happy they accomplished shit or whatever. And then now the story arc is there's some person who like they kill their victims by wherever.
Brother Blood.
Oh, that's the Brother Blood. You know that? Okay, so there's Brother Blood that's in this. Who I thought Brother Blood was just like a. Now that you're saying the name, because I didn't realize that was going to be his name. I thought that was just a cult guy. I didn't realize he had actual powers, or at least they're making him look like.
Oh, he is a cult. He is a cult guy, and they do the whole cult thing. But like, it's the build up to him becoming like.
Okay, because like whatever this thing is, it's like some crazy monster that blood goes around the room, or whatever area you're in goes around the room, and then like, you know, ultimately hunts you and kills you. Okay. And there's also another way that he kills people by like. Well, actually, I don't know if it's necessarily Brother Blood. It could be maybe. I thought it was going to be Serpenticide or something of it, but
that's Marvel. You want to get sued?
Oh wait, sorry, sued. I mean, maybe they do. But
rule number 1 of the podcast: don't get sued.
Yeah, exactly. But so there's this guy killing people in the background, and another way that he kills people that you find out, or at least another way somebody is killing people, because I think it's a different person, is that there are people who are dying by like basically starting to bleed from the mouth, and then like they just start essentially vomiting out blood, and a snake comes out of their mouth, like a fucking like full big boa. Side tangent of what's going on in the stories.
Big boy.
Side tangent.
For the Titans basically go and they're like, oh, we're going to Metropolis to it wasn't Cadmus, but like Star Labs. I think it was Star Labs. They're like, we're going to Star Labs or whatever because they have some stuff they want to test on us, like to help us out via Bruce Wayne, and Connor might get to meet Superman. You're like, okay, cool. You're teasing me about like a cool, like, you know.
You're not going to meet Superman.
You know, maybe you're going to see Superman. Superman knows shows, right? And you know who starts to show up in the episode? Lex Luthor, right? Because Lex Luthor obviously wants to meet Connor. Yeah. And then, but you find out that after he meets him, he implies that he's like, oh, I'm going to die in like 6 months because of whatever. I think it's like kryptonite poisoning or something. It doesn't matter. And and he's acting all really not like Lex. Like, you know, no, like he's cool and calm and shit, but like no attitude of Lex, right? So I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird because the actor who's playing Lex is actually a really good actor. I like him. And then before the end of so this is the first episode that you meet Lex Luthor, right? In their universe. And at the end of the episode, he dies. And like, dies. Not, oh, he fell off a roof or whatever. He got shot and you don't see. No. Like, full on, that serpent thing happens to him. And in the next episode, it's confirmed that this thing happened to like a board of directors or something like that. And they all die. And you see another person die the same way. So you're like, you have a story arc, right? That on the side, the whole Brother Blood in reality was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But then then you put this into it. And you're telling me in one episode of the Titans, the smartest, one of the baddest villains of the DCU dies.
I'll stop you right there. Number 1. Where's Batman in this universe?
I don't know. He's somewhere else.
He's sleeping.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
He's old man Wayne now. Like, exactly. You know, you're waiting for Batman to.
So for this show to very easily disregard one of the greatest detectives and just be like, oh, whatever. He's the guy who couldn't get Daenerys' ass in freaking Game of Thrones, and now he's just a drunken loser. Call him Bruce Wayne, whatever. You think they're going to do justice to the main people that they want? They know the fans want to see. Otherwise, why would you watch it? You would just watch the Titans. You want to watch the Titans. So here you are. We're going to do what we away with all the original stuff. If you want Lex Luthor, go watch a show with Lex Luthor. We're going to do what we want. And that's what they're doing.
But
Commissioner Gordon's dead.
If you're gonna kill Lex Luthor so easily, it's like anything you do to make any example. Why was everyone they have faced to date should be technically easier than Lex Luthor? And Lex Luthor dies by the most shittiest possible lame assassination I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It's like you may as well, I don't know, drop the piano on him.
Blame the stupid. Room? I don't know.
I'm just saying that. So
thing. We know that.
I'm just saying that last season when we were talking about Titans, and I wish Brian was here at the moment because I know he'd be on this soapbox with me. But last season we were talking about how bad and how awful it derailed. And I was like, you're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna give you one more chance now. We're gonna give you the next season to do good. And then you're presenting a great story on the side because like I said, the execution of the fear aspect of the brother blood and whatnot. And again, I don't know how this cult stuff works or if it's actually a person committing the murders or if it's some type of speller or demon or whatever. That whole thing is really good. It was going well with Raven and all them and all the other character development's good. And then you're just dopest, one of the biggest characters ever. Dead.
Yep, it's also Lex Luthor. If it was Superman, I'd understand more, but it's Lex Luthor. So
what do you mean it's Lex Luthor? You're saying that that's like saying, oh, we killed Magneto or Sinister or
you're comparing Lex Luthor to. I'm not biting on that, but
you mean if anything, he's more important in regards to that. No,
not necessarily.
If someone were to say Batman is the most important, good human on Earth,
right.
A superhero,
right.
I would easily argue that Lex Luthor is the most important villain that's a human on Earth.
So then in a series that has already shown you that they don't have real quote-unquote regard for Batman's legacy, why would you expect them to have any kind of regard for Lex Luthor?
But this is not even about legacy. This is okay, sure, you haven't seen Batman in a cape, right? But you haven't seen anyone go up to Batman and fuck with him because there's still the concept of
he hasn't been around. Batman. In the last season, he got sad because Jason supposedly died, so he fucked off and tried to commit suicide, in London or some shit. He left.
Yeah,
so
but
again, why would you expect this show to have any kind of regard for Lex Luthor, his legacy, and his possible coolness? You know they're going to do their own thing. You already know that.
I'm just trying to explain how I think they're squandering a property.
By killing a character in the first episode when they've already done numerous things that have been away from the norm in terms of DC and stuff. I don't know. I
find it shite. I find it fucking shite. All right, Skinny, you can fucking defend this fucking universe as much as you fucking want.
I'm not defending. I'm actually.
You sound like you defend.
I'm not. I'm just questioning as to why you, as a viewer, you personally, as a DC fan, that's okay. Put it this way: that's like me watching the Arrowverse, knowing that it's bad and expecting something great to come out of it. Why?
You're comparing. You might but at least in that universe, gravity's still gravity in comparison to the books.
Oh yeah.
You get that's what because what you're complaining is production value. What I'm complaining about is this is dirty. I don't know how to say it any other way. It is a ruined, sad way to kill one of an iconic character. I can't take your show serious now because it
doesn't make
it doesn't make sense.
Cool as he is in the books.
No, but dude, you have to admit if it's this easy to kill Lex Luthor, then every other situation that they're doing in reality is because you're just not timing it right. And you should just wait till his back's turned and get a serpent guy to put a random baby snake in his mouth. Like,
and as a person who's watched a superhero show and read comics and been through this numerous times as a comic, you honestly think Lex is dead?
I would say the actor is not slated to be on this season again. It's pretty definitive. I mean, don't get me wrong. And we all know in any comic book thing, you could always be like, yeah, you know, Lazarus pit, but like you can't do that all the time. And like in this scenario, it's like Connor's not going to want to revive Lex Luthor to be able to know. Like, it's not like they killed Superman where they'd have a reason to want to bring him back. Like, you know, no, even villains don't like Lex Luthor. Villains gain abilities by him being out of the way because there's more market share for them to steal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, if he does come back alive, who the fuck and why? Like, that'd have to be as creative as to no. Yeah, that'd have to be way more creative compared to your lazy writing of just killing him. Because the other problem is, it's like it could have been a lot of other characters. You know what I mean? Like, where are the like? It sucks because I'm only thinking of Marvel, but like, where's the Tombstone equivalent of this fucker? This could have been Black Mask. Make it Black Mask. That makes sense. Sure, whatever. Who gives a shit about Black Mask?
But who gives a shit about Lex Luthor in a show that's not about Superman?
A Superboy?
Yeah, but again, it's not. It's
his origin story.
But he doesn't need to be alive. Why does he need to be alive?
Well, it's just called a respecting the material.
What material? They do respect material by creating their own material.
I kind of get what Dave is saying, because he's like, if Lex Luthor is there and he's like, oh, I know I'm gonna die, then like you think Lex would just do everything in his power to not die, but he's just like, nah, hey yo, my clone, my half clone, I love you, man, you cool. This is weird. That's like your mom has given you grief all your years, is all of a sudden nice to you. You're like, yo, what's happening?
It's like writing
just goes sideways somehow.
It's like writing a Batman story and his parents don't die.
He's
like,
just a weirdo.
You're going against like
episode, because this is gonna be funny.
That's fine.
It's gonna be so funny when Brian rewatches this, because he will be on your soapbox, but he will probably be in the same garage that I'm parked in, where it's kind of like, Dave, you know the show is bad.
I'm not saying
why would you do this to yourself?
But I'm saying that like this was the attempt to give it another chance, and no,
it was your attempt to give it another chance. Hey, let that shit alone.
Well, I didn't
even this to yourself.
I can't even watch it, so I'd be like, no, wait, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. In Canada.
I found a way to watch it. I
didn't even bother.
Yeah,
I was just like,
why?
Cool.
It's cool.
I'm just saying it was annoying. I'm just saying that it was
after episode 1 because Lex Luthor died.
No, but like, come
if
on.
Robin
dude.
got decapitated, if Tim Drake got impaled, if friggin' Raven turned into a black girl, I'd be like, all right, now they're just jumping the ship. Now they're just going, jumping the shark. Doing full
even
happy
at that,
days.
like, they did already kill a significant amount of the heroes, like Hawk. Although, yes, there was a reason why, because they weren't retaining the actor. But
you're feeding more into my point. I hate to be the Brian of this episode. It's really weird. Legit. You're saying they've already done really weird things.
I'm saying they're doing that. I'm just saying that they did a new low skin.
So you expect more. This is not a new low. This is regular.
No, let me put it this way. You could only, when you dig, right, you're going to eventually get to a point where you're going to stop digging and you might dig up. But they're like, you know what we're going to do? And our way of getting up is we're going to keep digging so low that we're just going to pop on the other side of the earth.
They don't think they're digging low.
They'd be digging. I'd be saying it. They'd be digging.
You're the DC fanboy who can write them and tell them that they're digging. But they don't think they're digging. Let me tell you that. They killed Commissioner Gordon. He's dead. Batman is old. Superman hasn't been seen in the show. You already know what this is. This shit is called Titans, not Golden Age heroes that you used to love. Or you still love.
Listen. It's ruining my hopes and dreams to have a good DC thing going on.
You're never getting a good DC thing. Never. Let it go. DC's time to shine was when Justice League Unlimited was on TV. And that was it. No more DC goodness.
That's a lie. There's also Nolan. Nolan came after that.
There's also what?
Nolan came after that.
Oh,
Christian Bale Batman.
Sorry.
I mean, they could have just piggybacked. They could have just said, "Hey, what we see that Disney's tapping Brad Bird, who's doing animation, to do movies. He worked with Tom Cruise on Mission Impossible before, and that was really good. Hey, why don't we just get Bruce Timm to do that with our shit and just not." I mean, they could have. It's right there.
Even when they had
in the same building.
Cartoon universe, they ruined that too by killing everybody. They don't know how to do anything without killing everybody. That's DC.
But that's how you reboot it.
You can't reboot nothing without killing
raise it to the ground and build it back up.
You can't.
New 52, baby.
No.
After Crisis.
Nope. You always got to have a crisis, and somebody always got to die brutally. Yep. Nope. DC, man, they just love self-killing and death.
Hey, man, that's life. That's life. That used to be life in Marvel too, man.
Yeah.
Bucky was dead. Gwen was dead. Now we got Spider-Gwen, and Bucky's the one killing everybody because Cap can't do it for some reason.
Different multiverse.
Yes, I just punch them in the face and they stay down. Bucky the teenagers, they're like,
yep.
All right, yeah, you sure showed him, Cap.
Marvel has its faults, but I don't have to worry about turning a page and seeing my favorite superhero's arm get blown off because it's DC and Extreme. Like,
oh, you mean like Arsenal? I like Arsenal. Arsenal's pretty cool. Was it because the arm got blown off, or was it because he just too much heroin? I forgot which one.
Too much heroin. Too much of that there heroin.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember which one it was. I know it was one of them.
Man, that's fucking funny.
Oh,
what?
Man. This show even alluded to an Arsenal, and that hasn't shown up yet. Why? Because there's going to be a season 5, and they're going to do whatever they want for 6 or 7 seasons. Why? Because it's all the HBO Max has. That's all. The only DC superhero property is Titans, and only Titans.
That's the only one that survived, man.
Yep, because you can't have Batman on TV for some reason. You can't have Wonder Woman on TV, even though her first 2 movies were, one was okay and one was shit. You can't have Superman on TV either. Oh wait, it can, but he's not a part of your universe.
Supergirl, right?
No, not Supergirl.
No, he's Superman and Lois.
Oh, was that the same one from Supergirl?
No, that's not the same Superman as from Supergirl.
What? Really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's so weird.
It's not. It's the same guy, but it's not the same dude. It's not the same Superman.
What?
Yeah,
I thought that was in the same universe.
No,
that was in the same universe. It's so weird.
No, they literally say that it's the same actor, but he's not playing the Superman that was related to that character.
That is so weird.
DC, bro. Seriously.
I don't know what you're doing.
Brian told me this.
I don't understand.
DC, bro. DC.
I don't understand.
They used to sell skate shoes and fuck out of here with these comics, bro. Because what they're doing.
I'm confused.
DC, man.
This is as confusing as Black Adam not being able to use doors.
What? No. Again, why do you give these people your comics?
I know how to use doors. I had doors back in the day. I'm just an asshole.
I swear, dude.
Get over it.
Bozos say that Phase 4 is dying and the Marvel don't know what they're doing. When it's like, no, it's called a slow cooking. It's called a slow cooker. You guys are using like broil and burning all your shit. You're putting Wendell knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you're putting your bagel in there and you're supposed to leave it in there for like 2 minutes.
You didn't even press the bagel button. Yeah. So now it's all crispy. It's supposed to be nice. It's not even soft on the outside no more.
No. Y'all niggas are putting things in for broil and be like, oh yeah, we'll take this property that's fresh. We'll just put it in. We overcooked it. Oh no. Yeah. That's how you end up with Snyder cuts.
That's
yeah.
This is how Bruce Wayne shaves. 5 slow motion minutes of him washing his Mach 5 razor with the ball and shit. Yes. This is what you needed. This is what you needed. You need to see his shaving routine. That's what you need.
You really missed out on that joke. It's not a Mach 5. It's the bat razor for sure.
Bat razor. Just like his bat card from,
exactly, 100%.
Bat credit card.
You don't see an Iron Man credit card.
A bat shark repellent. spray. Ever since then, Batman has his own brand of everything.
How does one set up a Batman credit card? You call them. It's like what's the collateral?
You know
on
what?
that?
Batman.
You know what I mean?
That's the
What's
collateral.
the collateral? They don't know you're Bruce Wayne. So what is your collateral? The Batmobile, the Batwing, the Batboat, the Batcycle,
and Bruce Wayne's
the
your
Bat
co-founder.
helicopter. What is the collateral? How do you even get the
You want to know what if this were to like play out in the real world, how it would happen? Batman would be real. People would be obsessed about Batman. The fandom of like having T-shirts and stuff would be there because of Batman. And then ultimately banks would be like, we're releasing a Batman card. And then you see Bruce Wayne going there and be like, and like,
who pays that credit card? Does it just say Batman and that's who it's credited to? Or is Bruce Wayne he's sending checks in?
No, Bruce Wayne co-signed. It's a cosign.
Well, even in the comic books, they've alluded many times. Well, in the before what happened recently when Bruce Wayne was rich, it was said that like he even suggested that Bruce Wayne was supporting Batman to a certain degree at many times.
Okay.
So there's been times of that, or like there was like a struck fund or something like that. I forget.
I do like that in the Nolan verse. It's like shell companies upon shell companies, and it's just it really feels like if you actually took the time to look, you could figure it out. It just turns out one dude did it, and then Bruce Wayne punked the crap out of him. I'm gonna tell the world that you're Batman. Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
The hell you
good
are?
job.
What?
Really? Okay, here we go. And just punks him.
Just a little more. So let me get this straight. You're coming to me and telling me that you believe your multimillionaire boss is a vigilante that goes out and beats the shit out of people at night, and you want to blackmail this person?
Did you think this plan through? Like, seriously.
He really should have made that guy the Riddler and just had him go crazy after that moment. I don't know why. That would have been great. I would have paid to see that in a Nolan Batman 4. Just have that guy go like nuts, like Office Space nuts, and then turn into the Riddler.
I believe you have my riddle. I believe you have my riddle.
I need my riddle.
I believe you have my riddle.
Can I have my riddle, please?
Can I have back my riddle? I need my riddle back.
I need my riddle.
Were you guys from fucking Office Space?
Actually, that did me.
That's what I thought you meant, Office Space, but maybe I was thinking of the wrong.
No, I was thinking Office Space. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I was thinking that.
Good at me, man. It feels good to be a gangster. And they're beating up the printer. How does no one see them take the printer out from the office?
I love that. And when they have to hold him back, when he's like going back at
going after it, yeah.
Or when at the beginning of the movie, because what's his name? His name is
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton. When he's listening to the rap at the beginning, like hardcore singing, and then the guy just drives by, he's like all awkwarded out.
That was a joke.
Reminds me of Ross Trent by Lonely Island. Like the music video is so good because at the end he's talking about Jaw. And then he's walking by some actual Rastafarians and he gets all quiet and he just passes by them and he keeps going. He's just there looking at him like,
oh man, I'm so happy Lonely Island is not a thing anymore like that.
Why? They were funny.
They were funny, but they, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, some of y'all got uppity afterwards. You know how that goes, Dave. There's like the calm ones that are like you that can take a joke and have a song and be cool. And then you got like, you know, your Chelsea and your Heathers out there that come after you and be like a boss, and you're like, you need to chill the fuck out. Like, don't come at me like that. You come at me like that.
You don't look back at them and like, so your dick don't work. Your shit is soft as a pillow. You're girly looking at you like you for real, dude. Like that, like a boss. You sure? You know, and that like a boss. He sits on Heather's desk and he's getting fired, right? Like you need to calm down.
You need to calm it down.
You need to calm it. You need to take it to a 2. You need to take it to a 2. We're in the office right now.
Like a boss. Chill
Act
out,
like you've been here before.
Fucking kept telling me they're on a boat, man. You need to shut the fuck up, man. I don't want to hear about you being on a boat again.
Bro, dick in a box.
Dick in a box was wasn't so bad because
I like their trilogy with those characters, with those color me bad characters.
They're all right. Yeah, like the whole hopping on their mom and Dick in the Box. That was cool.
And there was a 3-way.
Yeah. That was cool.
To the Ground was pretty funny too.
Oh, I love every time I quote that all the time.
Take to the ground.
It's like someone that's like, oh, I'm too real. I don't want to be part of your system.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to he gets invited to a birthday party, threw that cake to the happy birthday to the ground.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world, jackass. Just yelling at some kid. That's not my dad. That's a cell phone.
To the ground.
I'll be a part of your system. You had your friends that are like that. I'm not a part of the system, man. It's like, all right, you calm down.
Looks like you need to calm down. You need to get yourself a job.
But that's the whole point of their jokes is that they're telling these people to calm the hell down.
No,
they look stupid. That's the whole point.
They weren't all bad. I'm just saying some of them were bad, but not all.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's how it is with like.
Jizz in my pants. Jizz in my pants and go to hell. I hate that.
Really, I love that
one. No, Dave, no.
What are you scared if I say it again you're gonna remember it?
No, we're
and
friends.
it's gonna haunt you all night.
We don't do that to each other
because you jizz in your pants.
Jizz in my pants. First of all, jizz in my pants probably wouldn't even go over today.
No, of course.
I don't know. It's happening to him. Like it's not even like he's not jizzing. It's not jizz on a girl.
No,
he's not. Yeah, he's in his pants. It's concealed.
Just talking. Just to someone. Nope. That wouldn't go over.
Again, a lot of their stuff is
that's
just
not true because you have like little Dicky saying stupid shit like that too.
Little Dicky hasn't released a song in years
since Earth. Since Earth. That was 2 years ago, I think. That's
Little
2 years
Dicky
ago.
is the biggest scammer in the world, and I called this from jump. He was never here for music. This guy got his own show and got the fuck out of here. Fuck
sure, dude. One of his videos, songs.
Get out of here, Dave. Not you, Dave. I mean, Little Dicky, Dave.
Yeah, but isn't like one of his music videos? The point is to do the cheapest music video ever because that's what the song's
Save that
about.
money.
Save that money, which is probably one of the best songs.
But like the second you see that, you're like, of course this guy's doing it for the.
Save That Money has probably one of the best Rich Homie Quan verses.
Yes.
Wendell, you know what
I remember when you said it, and I was like, wait a minute, and I looked at it, and I was like, God damn.
It's sick. It's a sick
all
verse.
All of my bitches afraid of me. I put that rod in them.
Yes.
All of my homies. Man, it's
all of it
is good.
Actually, I'm gonna have to look up. Dave, continue looking up those lyrics right now.
I have you. What was it?
So good.
It was so it was strong. It was just bam, bam.
So
bam.
raw, and like words.
Oh fuck, what was it? There was also the song there. It's a song about him basically having a one night stand and like the awkward moment of trying to kick her out.
Let me freak.
That's what that is.
Think. Yeah.
No, and then like
Let Me Freak?
I think so because at the end or like near
the end, they're old, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, at the end his brain pops out. Like it's him rapping and they're like part of the rap is him like talking for her, like they're having a discussion while like they're trying to like move on with the night.
Right.
And at one point in time, his brain comes out and he's talking because that's what because the music video is them like literally right after they had sex. Like he's like the awkward moment of him trying to kick her out of the apartment.
It's not Can I Freak.
It's a song called Fuck Slow because that's rapped by Brain, which is a whole album he did by his brain, which is his penis and him rapping as it. Because Little Dicky. Anyways, let me find.
Save that money. Save that money.
Oh yeah, all of my luggage is Louis V. I swear to God, nigga. All of my bitches are scared of me. I put a rod in them. All of my bitches are catching tough with. I disregard him. He's so good.
Keep going. Keep going.
All of the bitches acting holy. I ain't.
They had no God in them.
Ain't got no God in them. I can teach, and he just cut. Yeah. He's just good. Shouts are good. Shouts to Quan.
Make you burp like a baby without a hiccup.
Yeah, so good.
I could take you to church like a preacher. It was good. It was good. And he was like, yo, stop. I can't afford the whole I can't afford the whole thing, man. Stop.
Then he did that whole Chris Brown thing where he made Chris Brown like loved again for a little bit.
Oh yeah, they swapped bodies. They did a Freaky Friday. That's it. Yeah. Freaky Friday is the name of the song. And then he started swapping bodies with everybody else and just got in a bunch of cameos. DJ Khaled, what's his name? Ed Sheeran, and then Kylie Jenner, I think.
Yep.
Crap.
That little Dicky song that I was talking about though is called Pillow Talk. Pillow Talking.
Okay.
It does feature Brain.
Yes. Little Dicky. Anyways, if we're gonna talk about FX shows and Dave, Atlanta's ending this week. I'm sad.
Forever?
Yeah, it's done.
I think that's a good go out on top.
It is a go out on top.
Get all the weird stuff.
Just give me one more season. I would have wanted one more season, but you know what? Nah, cool. Nah. But it's really because
we did that with MJ.
What do you mean?
We did that with Michael Jordan. Gave us one more season with the Wizards. Then he
had no. But that was actually
then a little thing with Charlotte, I think.
Atlanta needs to get to like at least 100 episodes so that he can go into syndication, because I want generations to know about how fucking good this show was. There's too many people that I put onto this show now, and they're just like, "Yo, this show is really good." And I'm like, "Yeah," and it's done now.
Yeah, I was on this show from jump, and I was just like, "This show is great." 2016. Great. I was there at the beginning, man.
We were there from the beginning.
I was there with the invisible car, man.
Yep, we were all there with the invisible car. It's going.
I think that's the best way to show off an invisible car. Someone getting run over by an invisible
the guy sitting on nothing. So good. So good.
Brother, eat the sandwich. Eat the sandwich.
Just sandwich.
Just off the bus walking out. Like,
wait. What? So good.
I think
losing Atlanta and DC Zamiro in the same year is just too much for me.
I think it's really cool that show is funny and very surreal at the same time, and the fact that people in general didn't know black people could be like that. Just
it redefines black comedy.
I think that's always the reason why black people love the future, because you can be whatever the hell you want in the future. You don't have to be locked in this weird box. No, just this is the only thing you do, and that's it. No, I'm this and that and that. Oh yeah, you know what I like? Twin Peaks. You know what I also like? Being really weird.
Yep.
Didn't what's his name? Donald Glover said when he was doing Perkins.
Yeah.
And his girl was like, "Yo, you can't come to see me in the hospital with this baby. Look at that." So she was pregnant in the hospital with his kid, and he was filming that, and he was just like being weird to everybody. Perkins. And they were just like, she was just like, you're not coming to me to goddamn hospital dressed like that.
Show, man.
Talking in weird voices and stuff.
So many good moments, and then they fully. I think I could go on to say probably now that Atlanta is probably the one show that has properly utilized. It's the one FX show, a Fox show, that has fully 100% utilized the fact that they were taken over by Disney. They said, "Yo, run that. Who owns us now? Run me all the footage. Give me the footage."
Like I said before, when Conan O'Brien, I think when NBC became NBC Universal, and then they had access to Walker Texas Ranger, and you just pull the lever and you just showed the worst, either really silly clips or just like really bad clips, or it's just like, Walker says I have AIDS. And Conan comes back to Conan. Conan's like, "Oh,
the eyes of the ranger
I'm not gonna touch that for the rest of the show." That was dark. Or there was another one where like he pulls it and his boy his dad's like, "Go ahead, jump," and the boy's jumping from a library ladder. And then as the boy falls down, the father pulls back his arms and the boy falls on the ground. And everyone's like, "Oh my God." Just some cruel ass father. He's like, "No, what was that?"
Oh my God. Walker Texas Ranger.
First of all, I know that they remade the show, but I didn't know that they remade the show and rebooted it. And there is a Walker Texas Ranger, but like this guy doesn't know karate.
Really? Well, then what's the point?
Exactly.
What's the point?
What's the point? The guy
you have Scott Adkins right there.
The guy who's playing Walker is a dude from Supernatural. You can't do karate.
Yeah, Scott Adkins.
Which one from?
Not the boy, not Soldier Boy.
The other guy. That's who Walker Texas.
Yeah,
Lucky, and I forgot the other guy's name.
That's shit. And they're on season 2.
Wow. Is it on
Mind you,
CBS?
CW. It's CW.
Oh, it's on CW. Okay,
No,
if it was CBS,
that
then I would
explains it.
understand.
They'll
Oh,
run
come
it.
on, like Walker.
CW will run everything into the ground, bro.
Karate kicking people.
They'll
great.
run everything.
True.
They'll stretch anything or run anything into the ground as long as they need it to.
This guy, Walker's not kicking people. It's so weird.
That's the
Like
whole point.
Like I remember Walker kicking people more than shooting guns.
Yes. He didn't have a gun.
I guess he wouldn't get. Yeah, I guess I was gonna say you
he
have
had
Ray
a
Park.
gun.
I was like,
No,
yeah,
man.
Ray Park here, but I was like, nah, his accent would be a little bit.
His black
off.
partner had the gun, and that girl he was with always had a gun. But Walker himself would just kick you into some boxes. Always.
But then I think after a
Into
while,
some boxes.
I think after a while the black guy started punching people.
Yeah, black dude started getting off too because he's like, man, I can't have.
Yeah, he was
Walker
getting beaten up a lot, and you're like, okay, that's not cool.
One black dude learned a kick or two. He was like, man, fuck that. He'd get his solo shit on, keeping the cowboy hat on. He'd be like,
my show from that era was still martial law. That was still the good one.
Martial
the
law
the Sammo Hung one.
Yeah, that guy was a little bit older though to be doing that shit, but you know.
No, but he's still Sammo Hung. It's like saying like Jackie Chan's too old to be doing it, and it's like, but Jackie Chan, because like he was doing, Jackie Chan was old, but he was still doing Rush Hour, right?
Jet Li stopped. Jet Li said, "Fuck this."
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. It's like,
Jet
I'm
Li
not that
said,
fast and crazy.
I ain't trying to do that shit.
I don't blame him. Just like, yeah, let me peace out. Let me chill out, man.
Yeah.
And he was also he also had some kind of sickness too, but he's better now.
Okay, good.
Hey man, I think I'm gonna say Jet Li went out on top. Not the best movie, but what was it? Mummy 3, he literally sidekicks a missile. Someone shoots a big ass like firework at him, and he just like just kick that shit out of the way. And I was like, yes, did not know I needed that. Did not know I needed Jet Li sidekicking a missile.
The Mummy 3.
The Mummy 3.
There's a Mummy 3?
Yeah. So they go from the the mummy, the Egyptian mummy, Noctu, or I forgot his name, and they went with the terracotta warriors, Chinese one. Yeah, it's not a good movie. It's really bad. it's not that good. And then some surprise Yetis show up for some weird reason, and then like Jet Li is the mummy, and he has all the magic powers and stuff, and he turns into a dragon, but it doesn't look like a Chinese snake looking dragon. It looks more like a Western dragon, so it makes no damn sense. It's like, why would he should look like Shen Long. He should look like a snake. When I think Chinese dragon, I think that, but I don't think like all fours running around. Like that doesn't make any sense. I guess they wanted to make it more like a kimono dragon, but still, like it should be a more mystical looking thing. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen.
Yeah.
What was the last thing he was even like in?
I mean,
like I haven't heard from him. I know he's in Expendables.
Yeah, I think that could have been one of. I'm not saying it's the last, but it could have been one of the last.
Yo, thinking about it, and this is just an out there fucking theory, but if someone was to use actually use Dragon Balls, right? The dragon that pops up from that thing is gigantic.
Yes, it's very big.
Anyone could just pop their head out their window, especially if you did this in the suburbs, because I imagine you don't have a big enough field to call upon a dragon for no one to see it. And anyone could just ruin your wish.
You know what always pissed me off about that concept?
Yeah.
Why is the dragon listening to anyone other than the person who actually called the fucking thing?
There you go. That's what I need.
You have to be near. I guess you have to be near the balls or something like that. That's how Oolong gets in there.
I call the words, "Yo, dragon, show up." All right, so I'm about to, and then someone screams, "I want a McDonald's combo, whatever."
Like,
and then that
wish for underwear.
Yeah, he jumped, but he jumped like he was there with them, and he ran and he jumped. He jumped in.
He jumped ahead of him and interrupted him. But even at that though, like, why isn't the dragon being like, "That's really nice," but he's the guy who said the words, so I'm gonna just like move you. And yes, the person who said the words.
Just to let you know, like, the last thing Jet Li did was Mulan. He was the emperor.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that was that 2020.
Oh, so that's was
speaking
the last...
of dragons that weren't in movies. No Mushu. And that went over well, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just
I guess
saying.
they wanted to ground it a little bit.
Remember when they said they weren't going to put Raja in Aladdin, and then people lost their shit, and they spent that money Raja in that movie. They weren't playing. They're like, "Oh, word, okay."
Oh shit, Brendan. So I thought how you were describing it before that it was like a kind of like a third movie, but kind of like on its own. But no, Brendan
it's
Fraser's
not.
in it
No,
and stuff.
it's part of the continuity, but it's not. It's not a good. It's not great. It's not good.
Oh Lord.
It's not good. And sadly, that's where Brendan Fraser broke his back. He was doing a lot of the stunts himself, and that's where he broke his back. So that's why he was gone for a bit.
Wow,
Aside and the blacklisting, because when he was like, "Yo, this dude was doing this," and they're like,
We have the oddest of tangents tonight. Walker Texas Ranger, fucking Mummy series.
Well, if Figgy brought up Walker Texas Ranger again, did that the last time or two episodes ago? We brought that up.
Actually, Brian brought up Walker last time, and I was like, I don't see how that exists. And then I did my research, and I realized that there was no karate in it.
So then, what's so special about him?
I love Walker.
But I'm saying, wasn't that the whole special thing about Walker Texas Rangers, that he was a karate dude?
And I don't know. No, that he was just like a Marine, and he disappeared and came back. So I guess this one's still like Marine and he's badass, but like I don't know.
Yeah, but then I could
Is
just
he
watch
badass?
Jack
He can't
Reacher.
kick though.
I could just watch Jack Reacher with the dude from Blue Mountain State. I'd rather just watch that.
Oh, you mean friggin'
Titans?
The guy from Titans, Hawk?
Yeah. He's actually super funny. He's actually super funny as hell.
He is. Alan Richardson is really funny.
He's Raph. He's Raph in the Michael Bay produced.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Funny dude.
He's really funny. He just doesn't want to do superhero shit ever again.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Man.
They pissed him off. Berlanti and them. He would have been a good Marvel guy. I don't know who though. He's
found somebody.
I could imagine some tough guy.
Just a random tough guy. This motherfucker could have been Eddie Brock.
He could have.
Or
he could have been a Guido.
Or maybe like a henchman that comes up in every movie.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like do that thing that they did in Justice League Unlimited, where this guy gets beaten up by Batman in the beginning of the episode, and then he's looking in the room and he sees Batman and he's like, "Yo, is there anything in there?" And he's like, "Not a damn thing." Batman alone. He's got the black eye. You see his black eye. You see Batman. He's like, Nope, nothing's in here, man. It's all clear here.
Imagine being like a robber that has a rapport with Batman after years of him beating your ass. How's the kid?
Did you ever see the movie The Town?
Fine.
The Ben Affleck movie.
Yeah.
So remember, they're all dressed up as nurses. They're getting out the car. They're getting ready to rob this bank, and they look to the side, and there's a cop car, and there's a cop squad dude inside the cop car. He sees them. They see him. He just turns his head to the right, just like, I ain't see nothing. I did not see a damn thing. And they're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I remember that movie.
Not today.
Hawkeye got lit up with a shotgun pellet in that movie.
Oof.
I haven't seen that movie, actually.
That movie makes me want to not go to Boston.
I went to
Boston's
Boston.
not
Boston
racist. Okay. Yeah, okay.
I went with a tour group. It's not like I just wandered around Boston like nothing.
I'm going to Boston for what?
It is like, it's very similar to Montreal in the sense that it's a very walkable city. It's got it's a port town. It's a port city. It's got a lot of history there. There's a lot of big time colleges there and stuff like that. And they're our rival. So
it just happens to be Boston.
I mean, it's that Northeast. They're not gonna put up with your shit kind of thing, and if you don't put up with their shit back, they're like, "Oh, okay, respect."
I ain't trying to fight no Irish niggas in Boston.
I don't think anyone's trying to fight any Irish people like that.
No, but like that's where like
I'm not about that life.
You know how like you see how like okay, put it this way, like Boston be the Irish Fortress Maximus. Like that's just where they are. That's just where like Irish people just chill.
The movie that made me realize, oh, don't fuck with Boston people like that is Gone Baby Gone. Oh, and there's a part where the mom whose daughter got kidnapped is like talking, or she's doing something, and then her sister there, that's a nurse, is talking, and she interrupts her, and she's like, "Oh, you know what? Go fuck yourself." And I'm like, "Oh!" Like I was just like, "God damn!" It's like you know that meme where it's like when you're at your friend's house and your friend's cursing at your mom, and the mom's cursing back at the friend, and you're just like, "Damn!" That's how I felt. That's how I felt. I was like, "Oh man, whoa."
Why don't you shut the fuck up, Edna? Whoa.
Oh yeah, she's the sister that's the nurse is telling her sister, the girl that's the nurse that's telling her sister just lost the daughter, just go fuck her, like she didn't want to put up with her shit. And you're like, oh damn. Woo. But hey man, Boston gave us New Edition and New Kids on the Block.
Boo!
Remember, Bobby Brown's from Boston. Remember that?
I'd say the Celtics before what you just named.
You know,
I'm just saying,
everyone must go. I'd give up New Edition to just get rid of Boston. I really don't.
I would not give up New Edition.
I'd give up Boston. Trust me, we
drop
get
Kick
that
Murphys
music
before
somehow.
this.
Kick Murphys. Fuck out of here.
You get the fuck out of here. Look at your naming. Fucking New Kids on the Block. Fuck that.
Yeah. First of all, at least New Kids on the Block created a song that would later become Captain Planet. So don't. What did Dropkick Murphys do?
First of all, the beginning of Departed, like one of the most iconic songs in movies today. Like it's a standard. So like, bam. Shipping Up to Boston. Actually, I think it's the name. Actually.
If you're filming if your movie's about people that are based in Boston, if your movie's about Boston or in Boston, a Dropkick Murphy song is going to happen at some point.
At some point in time.
It's always going to be the same time.
Irish movies use their shit all the time.
It's always going to be the same. That song is going to be that one song. You know, someone's going to be stomping their feet.
Exactly.
You're going to want to get a pint of something, a stout or something.
Pint of something. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna stop going in on Irish people for a second.
Don't do it, man. It's not. Hey man, remember? Oh my god, when the Queen died, that was Black Twitter and
Black
Irish Twitter.
Amazing. Listen, when the Queen died, I was like, "Yo, Black Twitter, bro."
Oh my god! Did you ever see that picture? It was basically the white man can't jump picture of like Wesley Snipes.
Yep.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, I forgot the other actor's name, the white guy's name.
Woody
Harrelson, and just them like Black Twitter and white Twitter together.
Yep.
Black Twitter and Irish Twitter.
They're banding together. Yeah, they shot that. Wow, ruined it. Didn't give a goddamn.
Oh man,
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
My Facebook was nuts because you'd have for every like old white one who's just like basically crying online, you'd have like the youngest black dude who's like 28 who didn't give a shit, who's just letting these memes off, just letting them off. The grimiest of memes, you're just like, yeah, all right, cook boy, cook.
Cook boy, cook.
Irish Twitter, man. Whew. Whew. Undefeated. 2 royals down, man. Undefeated.
Undefeated.
2 royals down.
Wendell, what did you watch?
I watched nothing. Not a damn thing.
Alley-oop, swat down. Swat it away.
Love is Blind. The ending part is part 3 or what have you is out today. So I'm gonna be watching.
Oh shoot,
that.
Love is Blind is out today. Baby,
yeah, it's
Love
out
is Blind
today.
is out.
I can't stand you guys, man.
What
And
do you mean,
it feels like they just stacked up all the drama.
How you guys
weddings on this
Let me
one.
tell
Just
you
stack.
let me tell you about this. What is he Nigerian?
Yeah.
Let me
Pull
tell
the
you
power
about
move.
I saw what happened to the
This
Nigerian.
Nigerian man said, I got this sticky of a girl who is raised white, who's half black, who's all kinds of confused, and definitely a stripper, trying to tell me she ain't a stripper. You think I'm gonna marry your ass? Bitch! Let me tell you.
God damn.
Oh god damn! I married.
I felt the argument about her family not being there is a little bit unfair, only because you know, grandma's sick, can't be there. Cool. Mom is taking care of the grandma.
Cool.
Okay, so you don't want to be there because COVID, probably. You're just a little bit worried about that, and you're in Texas.
Yeah.
To Dallas.
Yeah.
And then her uncle that she's close with is having a baby too. So again, like I have to leave it, like, so I could see why they didn't want to show up. I
want to know how old her uncle is for her to be that close to this nigga, for him to be having a kid.
I mean, you know, uncle,
father figure.
Uncles out. Older black people be having babies, man. They don't care what age they are.
Nah, man, it's one of them cousin uncle situations where you got an uncle, but he's also the same age as you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I
mean? But that goes. See, point one. Black people don't care how old they are; they still having babies out here.
But that's when your uncle becomes your cousin.
I mean, by default, yeah, but he'll be your uncle. On some weirdo shit, but yeah, man, that girl, I don't.
But one thing I did like was that the mom came and like comforted her and like, yo, that's you know, that was some respect.
You ain't never gonna be my baby, but that's okay. And I was like, oh, see, black women, they accept you, even if they don't like your ass, they will accept you.
I don't think the mom didn't like her. I feel like the mom was like, that's weird. Your family's not coming, and they pushed the issue.
Yeah, she's like, that's weird.
What am I supposed to do? I can't do it. They're not coming. Like,
all right,
like leave it.
The guy's just like, not right now. She was happy. She probably asked him to not. She seemed a little bit happy about that.
She didn't. She was obviously emotional, but she was like that. You know when someone cries but they're smiling?
Yeah, because she did this whole thing for clout. This whole thing was to get her IG up, man. Her stripper ass. People to come see her. Oh, I work in the service business. If you don't shut the fuck up.
The fact that she was all surprised at her bachelorette party.
She was offended because it's not
confused
stripper,
the crap
it's whore.
Oh wow, no, it's probably stripper, but yeah,
that's confusing. Oh, but my favorite was when they were drinking their drinks and stuff, and what was her name? Alexa was saying like, oh, you know, might have sex with a stripper, and she looks at the black dude. He's like, I'm not a stripper, and he's like,
yeah, I'm not a stripper, bitch. I'm a lawyer. I just do this for. Yeah,
I'm not a stripper. And you're like, wait,
quickly corrected her. She's like, oh fuck.
That was hilarious. I was like, yo.
Yeah, that cool argument. Homeboy's like, are you bipolar? I'm like, nigga, you stupid. What are you doing?
And he's smiling.
He's smiling.
I'm like, oh my god. Either he's really nervous.
She can literally take one of her boobs, go flap, and you got a concussion. You would better not want to play with her, bro. Like, I don't know if you want to necessarily do that. She's
got a lot of stuff she's dealing with and trying to keep it down. Like she lost both of her parents. She's like, man, my parents should be here.
She looks just enough crazy that she might, like, you know, cut you and you will disappear, boy. Like, you don't. Her name's Zeneb, like, bro. Come on. Come on.
She loves the Lord.
I can't say that, but you saying that is fucking funny.
Why got you?
Like my partner and I, she was just like, their fights are petty. There's just some small petty stuff that's going on with them.
Yes, your fights are going to be petty when you don't fucking know the person.
Know each other, exactly.
That's exactly how that goes.
Oh, I was telling her that when they had that argument and she left the house, it's like that. Like, and she came, like, and he went to go get her. Like, I was like, what did she leave the house with? Her toys? Like, it looked like a little kid storming out of the house. I'm running away from home. And she just had she didn't even have like an overnight bag. She just had like a little, like her purse that she came in with, you know?
Not the producer's like, yo, just grab any bag. She's like, what, like my toiletry bag? Any fucking bag. Just grab a bag and storm out. Leave. But I'm not even mad at him. Leave.
and him like, just, like, she looked like she either came back from work or came back from the gym. And she's like, all right, oh, you're making food. Okay, well, okay, you're kind of doing it wrong. Like, your process is wrong. And then it's like, why are there foam balls in the microwave? Oh, because I got these Nerf guns. Book, 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 book. While she's cooking, while she's kind of taking over the cooking. And she's like clearly annoyed. Because, you're trying to make food.
Yeah.
You're doing the food, but you're doing it not right, not well. And I have to kind of come in and fix it up. And just like, you're just like, oh, with the Nerf ball. And you're just like, dude, what are you doing? I was telling my girl, like, this dude is freaking out because he's like, I want a girl that's sweet to me. And it's like, look here, Charlie Brown, you need to calm the hell down. I want a girl that'll let me lie down in her lap and call me her sweet baboo. That's what Cole sounded like.
Her sweet
Like,
babu.
your sweet babu. That's what he sounded like. I'm like, yo, Cole.
Cole, you need to shut up.
Like, Cole, just lay off the girl, man. Seriously.
You know, honestly, Cole and Bartiz, who has like the no black friend having light skinned black dude, who all of his friends look like they either played Yu-Gi-Oh at one point or they or they still play Counter Strike, and you're like, I see you are clearly the coolest guy of your crew, so, which means in actuality you're a nerd. You're a big nerd.
He's an accountant. My name is Nathaniel. I'm still studying to be an accountant. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut from England. That's super deep. Look up the real McCoy. Look up Nathaniel. You'll laugh your butt off.
Oh my god! So yeah,
that's super deep cut.
He's gonna screw that up somehow. I don't know how, but I don't like him.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, even my partner's like.
I don't like his face. No. I don't like the way he moves or any of his mannerisms. It just bothers me. And then like other guys are just boring and I don't care about. So I care about Cole. Homeboy already said no to the homegirl. So okay, there goes Wakanda forever. And then there's the other two boring guys. I'm just like, whatever. If you guys
Matt? Is it Matt?
Yeah, Matt with the ballerina.
The guy, the one that keeps freaking out at everything.
Yeah, and then the quiet dude.
Oh man, my favorite with that one was just like when you got to hear her side of the story. It's like we FaceTimed you and said meet you at the bar, meet you at the club, and you didn't show up.
Why should you go to the club with the other guy?
He's got some
issues.
Issues.
Anyways. But that's it for our Love Is Blind review. We'll be back next week.
Well, yeah, the third part is just all the drama. It's like almost like they showed you clips of what's going on. It seems like
no, I want the drama. I want the first party after everyone's married, where niggas clearly start doing the inappropriate shit of drunkenly talking to the girl that they wanted to get with, and they think nothing's wrong. But you and anyone who's sitting next to their partner doing this is like, boy, if I did this shit, and your partner's looking at you like, nigga,
look at your side eye. He's like, what? So yeah, that's what I did not watch.
You're about to watch that after. Hell yeah. Any geek news this week? We need to get that. And sound effects. Definitely need to get that. Geek news and rumors. They ain't shit. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man.
I only posted up one thing that's really silly. Weird Al is promoting his new biopic.
What?
Called Weird Al, where's here we go. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. It is it's basically a parody biopic because I think in real life he actually has like a platonic friendship with Madonna, but I think in the movie they make it seem like they're together or something, and it's just over the top and crazy. So on his Twitter, he's promoting the movie, #movie trivia, Humble Beginnings. Did you know that prior to his career-defining role as Weird Al Yankovic, actor Daniel Radcliffe appeared in a number of movies about a boy wizard, in which he played the title character? Did you know that? Movie trivia.
Wow. You really try. Wow.
This goddamn guy, I love him. When I saw that tweet, I was like, this fucking guy, I love him.
This fucking guy.
But I heard it was really good, really funny. It has all the tropes. He gets on drugs, he gets all messed up, but he's played by an actor that's like Daniel Radcliffe just got ripped for this movie to play Weird Al Yankovic. It's made by was it by Roku? Is this a Roku exclusive or something like that?
I forgot.
Yeah, I'm being dead serious.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah,
and it's actually a good movie.
You've watched it already?
From what I've seen, it looks really good. I haven't seen it, but from what I heard from friends that did see it, they said it's really good. But yeah, he's out here promoting the heck out of this movie. Roku channel exclusive. Weird Al the Al Yankovic story, parody of a biopic.
Cookie Monster voice. What do you mean? I can't do Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is a hard voice to do, PJ.
What? Cookie?
Yeah, don't
Scream like a Wookiee. Cookie, cookie, cookie. What did he say? Oh, don't worry, my what was it? Don't worry, my apartment's rent controlled.
Yeah.
Freaking Cookie Monster.
You guys are.
Hey man, I got a kid. I watch a lot of this kid stuff, and I'm telling you, Sesame Street lost its way a little bit in terms of songs, but they have a few good.
It's really lost its way a bit in terms of songs.
No, man, we need more of Elmo freaking out over Rocco. That's the
we need less Elmo. Elmo has his own show that YouTube and Sesame Street have made mass compilation. Like, okay, basically, you know, Sesame Street was an hour.
Yeah.
And they do like segment.
Yeah.
Now Sesame Street, 30 minutes. Yeah. And then the last 30 minutes to last 20 minutes is just Elmo's World.
Oh, wow. That's
bro,
long.
They give this yes, I called Elmo nigga. They give this little nigga fucking 20 minutes.
You should have put the red in front of there. This red.
Little red monster nigga. They give him 20 minutes of a fucking mind you, with regular commercials, a 50-minute show at most, right? And it's always, and then not only that, but he's also included in half the shit before. Right. So it'll be like an old clip with Elmo and like Rosita, and then count and them singing "What's the Number?" That also includes Elmo because they only really include Elmo, this fairy pink one, or I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Zoe. It's always Elmo, Zoe, friggin' Rosita. Count.
Rosita's still around, the Spanish one?
Yeah, Rosita's still around, even more so now.
That's good.
Cookie Monster, and then Grover, never see him. Telly, fuck out of here.
Yeah, because all those guys
never see it. Like, all these OGs are gone. You just have
I think the OGs, they were mostly voiced by Frank Oz and what's his name? Jim Henson, I think.
Well, they're gone.
Yeah,
and it's sad. And then
the monster.
And you have Elmo's World, which is just like la 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 la, but a whole different song. Elmo's World of Wonder, World of Discover, something bullshit. And then every day he's like, "What are we doing today? Let's look it up." It's just annoying.
Yeah. No, you need Elmo just ragging on people in the real world.
Yeah, you need Elmo ragging on people.
Elmo only gets 3 minutes. I took a plane to get to here, to get to Australia. That's a 15-hour flight. I get 3 minutes.
Carlos and Maria, their daughter, she's groaning on the show.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
Gabrielle's groaning on the show now.
Gabrielle's supposed to be on the show, and then I think was it not Linda. Gordon
bounced. I saw an episode where Gordon left. So Gordon and all those people recently
left. The men left. Bob, Gordon, and they got fired. They got let go. Bob, Gordon, and Carlos,
they're gone.
Yeah, the men. I think those 3 men got.
They have some new guy now, this chubbier black dude who's just like, he's not believable when he sings, and you just kind of get annoyed. You just kind of like, please stop what you're doing.
Stop.
Yeah, it's bad. It's
right.
But if we don't have any more geek news, and we won't go on.
There's no more geek news.
I don't think so.
Sesame Street rants. We can end it here.
Anything to say to people?
We love y'all and be safe and all that fun stuff.
Check out Transformers Slag on YouTube.
I'll finish with what the word fuck actually meant, because that was a question earlier on that we asked ourselves, and I found it, and I was close but not. It's fornicating under consent of the king. That's what it was in dictionaries, like in the 90s and 80s. That's what was
basically allowed to have sex because the king said so.
Basically,
that's
your God-given right because the king gave it to you.
Also, check out Toy Arc on YouTube.
There you go. For those types of toys. No, I was
No.
Wow. And we are out of here. Peace,
Peace.
y'all. We'll be back.
Take care.